Hello everyone, this is Shuram from LearnAccount with another video from the Fundamentals of Industrial Automation series. Have you ever wondered how millions of smart home devices, industrial sensors, and even your favorite messaging app send tiny bits of data instantly and reliably? The answer is often a simple yet powerful protocol called MQTT. In this video, you will learn what MQTT is, how it works, and why it's the most popular communication protocol in the world of IoT. MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. It's a messaging protocol designed specifically for machine-to-machine communication. Lightweight and highly efficient, MQTT is ideal for connecting devices in the Internet of Things. Originally developed by IBM over 2 decades ago, MQTT was created to solve a critical challenge, enabling devices to communicate reliably over unstable or low bandwidth networks. Over a decade later, IBM released it as an open protocol to encourage broader adoption and community-driven development. Unlike traditional client-server models that rely on direct response request communication, MQTT uses publish-subscribe architecture. This makes it exceptionally well suited for scalable, low-power, and network-constrained environments. MQTT operates with two key entities, brokers and clients. Clients can either publish messages to a topic or subscribe to receive messages from a topic. The broker acts as a central hub routing these messages to the right subscribers. A client can be any device, like a sensor, a smart appliance, or even your smartphone. The broker, on the other hand, is like a digital post office. It receives messages and delivers them to the correct recipients. One of the MQTT's most powerful features is its decoupling. Publishers don't know who the subscribers are, and the subscribers don't know who the publishers are. In fact, clients never talk to each other directly. They only communicate through the broker. This separation makes the system highly scalable, flexible, and easy to manage. So how do messages travel from one device to another in MQTT? It all comes down to a clever system called publish and subscribe, often shortened to PubSub. Imagine a newspaper. A reporter, the publisher, writes an article and sends it to the newspaper office, the broker. The reporter doesn't know who is reading it. Meanwhile, you, the subscriber, tell the newspaper office you are interested in sports section. You don't know who wrote the article. You just receive them when they are published. In MQTT, these sections are called topics. For example, a temperature sensor might publish a reading of 21 degrees Celsius to the topic home/living room/temperature. Your phone app subscribes to the topic, instantly receives the update. Think of MQTT topics as virtual message channels. Publisher sends data to a topic, and any client subscribed to the topic receives the message. This model removes the need for direct device-to-device communication, making communication simpler, more scalable, and more efficient. Now what happens when the network isn't reliable? MQTT has a built-in solution for that. It's called Quality of Service or QoS. This feature lets you choose how dependable message delivery should be. Quality of Service 0 is the simplest. Fire and forget. You send a message and move on. It's fast and lightweight, but there is no guarantee it will arrive. Quality of Service 1 steps it up. It ensures the message is delivered at least once. The receiver must acknowledge it, but if that acknowledgement gets lost, the sender might resend, so duplicates can happen. Quality of Service 2 is the most robust. It guarantees the message is delivered exactly once. It uses a more complex handshake to avoid duplicates entirely. This level is ideal for critical commands where precision matters. Each quality of service level offers a trade-off between reliability and performance, giving you control based on your application needs. MQTT also includes some clever features, and one of the most important one is the last will and testament. This allows client to tell the broker, if I disconnect unexpectedly, please publish this final message on my behalf. For example, a device might send sensor/conveyor belt/status offline to alert the system that is no longer active. This feature is essential for monitoring device health and quickly detecting failures in critical systems. MQTT is built with security and efficiency in mind. It uses TLS encryption to protect data in transit and supports authentication through usernames and password. For devices on unstable networks, persistent sessions ensure communication stays intact. And with its lightweight headers, MQTT keeps bandwidth usage to a minimum, perfect for constrained environments. MQTT is used everywhere. It powers your smart home devices, monitors machinery in smart factories, tracks delivery vehicles in real time, and was even used as the original protocol for Facebook Messenger, handling billions of messages a day. Its lightweight nature and efficient communication makes it a backbone protocol for the Internet of Things. So to sum it all up, why choose MQTT for your IoT solution? First, it's incredibly lightweight and efficient, consuming very little battery and bandwidth, perfect for constrained devices. Second, it's massively scalable, with a single broker capable of handling thousands or even millions of clients. Third, it's built for reliability, thanks to features like quality of service and last will and testament, which keeps communication stable even over poor networks. And finally, it's secure, using industry standard TLS encryption to keep your data safe. These four strengths makes MQTT a top choice for powering the connected world. Okay, that was an overview of MQTT. To learn more about MQTT, please watch my other video in this channel, especially the one for establishing MQTT communication on IoT 2050 using Node-RED. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel, share and like this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.